Hello subscribers, here is another review, and this time we'll be taking a look at the attack pack Bumpy the Ankylosaurus, from of course Mattel Jurassic World's Primal Attack line. Now this Ankylosaurus, alongside some other Primal Attack figures, will be released under Camp Cretaceous, of course because those dinosaurs will be appearing in the Netflix series. So see the packaging here, it looks awesome. You see the wonderful background right there, very detailed, nicely colored as well. And then you got these characters in the front. So as you can see, Bumpy and the humans here are a lot more cartoonish looking than the Carnotaurus. So which is strange. So you see in there you got the little card and the stickers. So that's the front of the packaging. And on the back, you got the other attack pack figures. So yeah, that's about it for the packaging. So let's waste no time and get Bumpy out of his packaging. Here's Bumpy out of his packaging. And I have to say, the figure looks good. The design is pretty unique. Mattel did a good job at, making him look like what he's supposed to look like. As you can see by the sticker here, there's Bumpy's render of what he's most likely going to look like in Camp Cretaceous. So like I said, Mattel did a good job at making him, screen accurate. But I'm surprised on how stylized this design is, considering, the raptor from the Camp Cretaceous teaser and the renders of Toro the Carnotaurus look a lot more realistic than this. And also, considering that Camp Cretaceous is set in the same universe as, all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films, you'll probably think, this figure will look more realistic. As you can see, he's got a huge head, some pretty thick arms and legs, and a very short tail. But the detail is good nonetheless. You see, you got all the scales right here. I'd say they're on par with the Attack Pack Mini figures. See, I really like how the scales are sculpted on his limbs right there. You see, you got his cute, friendly face right there. See, you got his huge eyes, huge glossy eyes. Then you got, of course, nicely sculpted scales, and then little spikes on the side of his heads. And you got a good amount of detail on his tiny tail right there, and on the club as well. So let's give him one more 360 spin so you can look at all of that good detail. So yeah, that's about it for Bumpy's detail. Now let's take a look at how many points of articulation Bumpy has. He's got 6 points. You can move his head, which is on a ball joint, so you can move his head up and down. You can move both of his arms. And also you can move his small tail. So yeah, a good amount of articulation, basic articulation for a dinosaur. Now let's talk about the colors. Now the colors, in my opinion, are pretty good. See, the main colors are just sandy yellow for the underbelly, and then light blue for the armor plating, and then gray for the osteoderms and the spikes on the sides of his heads and his beak. He's also got reddish eyes with a huge brown pupil. The color scheme on here is quite similar to the Dino Rivals Attack Pack Velociraptor Echo here. See, except, this one's a bit darker and more blue than, the striping on here. Now let's talk about the aesthetics of the toy. The details and the colors are pretty good. Well, of course, the sculpt, very cartoony. It most likely isn't compatible with, some of the other Mattel Jurassic World dinosaurs. Like, not even some of the other Camp Cretaceous figures, like say the epic roaring T-Rex or the Carnotaurus Toro, look more realistic than this. This figure, he seems more compatible with, say, some other figures like the Soundstrike Ankylosaurus or the Savage Strike Dimetrodon. But yeah, other than that, he's still a pretty good looking figure. Now let's start comparing Bumpy to some other Primal Attack figures. So here we have the 4 Attack Pack figures I have. And one thing I forgot to mention is that Bumpy spikes are rubber, just like the Mini right here, as well as the Roarvorous Ankylosaurus. Here we have Bumpy next to the Soundstrike Edmontosaurus and Crylophosaurus. Here's Bumpy shivering in fear from the 3 giant massive biters figures. Let's also compare Bumpy to the basic Spinosaurus here, as well as the Roarvorous 2018 Ankylosaurus. You can see how much more realistic this Ankylosaurus looks more than this one. last but not least, let's compare Bumpy the Ankylosaurus next to the Collecte Mini Surfactinus. Well, there you have it, guys. This is my review on the Mattel Jurassic World Primal Attack Camp Cretaceous Attack Pack Ankylosaurus Bumpy. Now, if you're a completist, I'd say pick him up, but if you don't like cartoonish or stylized dinosaur designs, then I'd say skip out on him. But it's just something about this design that I like. So it's a good job that Mattel did a great job at making him look screen accurate to how he's most likely gonna look like in Camp Cretaceous, judging by the render right here. So yeah, if I had to give him a rating, I probably have to give him an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, if you want him, you can find him at Target, which is currently the only place you can find him. Not sure if Amazon has him yet. So if you guys like this review, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.